we shall recheck the value of C by using the data which we have found out. So the value of C which we'll get is 6.5, 6.56. By using this value we shall again recheck the shear stress. So we'll find first K. So K we'll find by using this formula. The value of K which we will get from 6.56 is 1.228. Now we will find shear stress. So we are finding the value of shear stress by using this formula. We are just cross checking whether the procedure which we have done is correct or not. I'll take 1.23 because 1.228 is there. We'll take this as 1.23. So the value of D is 4.5. The value which we receive, the value of shear stress obtained from this equation, simplifying this equation, is 40.52 MPa. So this value given in the question is more. So in question they have given 40 MPa. The value which we have found out is more than 40 MPa. So the design is not safe. We cannot proceed further. We need to change the diameter. So here again we shall refer table 11.2 page 188. So table 11.2 page 188. So here again we'll see 4.2525, the increment is 0.25. So we'll give the increment, here there is 4.5 mm, we'll give 0.25 increment and we'll assume the diameter as 4.75 mm. So I have given the increment as 0.25 mm. Now again we'll consider this diameter and we shall recheck the value of shear stress. So D is 4.75 mm. We'll find the mean diameter, 25 plus 4.75. So the value of mean diameter is 29.75 mm. Outer diameter is 29.75 plus small d. Small d is 4.75. So the value is 29 plus 4, 33, plus this value 34.5. Now again we have to do the same procedure. So for the value, for this value, for D is equal to 4.75, we have to find the value of C. So D by D. So D by D is 29.75, 29.75 by 4.75. So this value will get the value of C as 6.26 and the value of K from the standard equation we'll get as 1.24. Again we'll find the value of shear stress too. So if we solve this equation, we'll get the value of shear stress toe as 35.09 MPa. So this value is less than 40 MPa given in the question. Therefore, the design is safe. So the design is safe. We can proceed further. Now we have to find. We can design as per the standard procedure which we know. So we'll find the number of coils or number of turns from the standard data handbook. We'll consider. So we'll consider the same equation 11.1d here, second equation. Tau is equal to yg ky pi I d square. Here there is value of y, we have no idea about that value. So we'll take equation 11.6. We'll take equation 11.6. I is equal to yg d power 4 by 8f d cube. This is 11.6, page number 170. So here y. In question they have given L1 and L2. They are not given the values of y1, y2. So these are the different lengths of the springs. So the y which we get is difference of y dash is L2 minus L1. So this is the difference. Y dash is equal to L2 minus L1. So we'll take 40 minus 50. So we'll take this as 10. We'll avoid the negative sign. So the difference is y dash is 10. So we'll consider this y dash in this formula y. So the value of G given is 84 GPa. For 84 I'll take 10 power 3, and the value of D is, we have found out, 4.75 power 4 divided by 8f d cube, 8 into f. For f we'll consider the difference of the both forces. F2 minus F1 we'll consider for f. Here to find the value of f, we'll consider F2 minus F1. So this value, it will become 40 minus 25. And D cube is, we know, 29.75. So the value of F2 minus F1 is 15. We'll get F2 is 40. F2 is 40 and F1 is 25. So we'll get this value as 15. So if we solve this equation, I'll get the value of I as 135.33. I'll get the value as 135.33. So we'll approximate this to 136 turns. So we have found out I is equal to 136 turns. So to find the value of IT is equal to I plus 2 for square and ground ends. +2 IT is 138. Next we'll find the value of free length. L0 is equal to I plus 1 into D plus Y plus A. So we'll take this equation from page number 174, 11.18b. We'll take this equation. Yeah, usually we were taking this. We'll take the same equation. So for this y, we shall call this as y max. So before finding, we have to find the value of A. A is equal to I minus 1 into 1 mm per coil. A is equal to 136 minus 1 into 1, 135. So for this we will call 11.18b 174. So before proceeding with this, we have to find the value of y max. So find y max. There is an equation in data handbook, page number 170, equation 11.7b. Here they have given f0 is equal to f2 minus 1 by y dash. So y dash is y2 minus y1. We know this, and the value y2. So this y2 is the maximum deflection, and this is given by y dash f2 by f2 minus f1. We will find the value of y2. So we shall consider this y2 as y max. Here we shall consider y max as y2. y2 is equal to y dash f2 by f2 minus f1. 11.7b 170. Y dash, we know the value of y dash. It is given in the question. We have found out the value of y dash. It is 10 mm into f2 is 40 by 40 minus 15. So y2 will get the value as 26.67. So we'll consider this y2 as y max for this equation, y max. So the value of L0 which I am getting is 812.42 mm. 812.42 mm. So this is the value of L0. Next we'll find the value of pitch. So for pitch P we shall consider the table. Here from table 11.4, page number 189, we have the value of pitch as L0 minus 2d by I. So for square and ground end, L0 minus 2d by I. So the value of L0 is 812.42 minus 2 into 4.75 divided by I. I is 136. the value of pitch which I'll get from solving this equation is 5.9 mm. 5.9 mm. So we'll approximate this to 6 mm. So we'll also find the value of stiffness. Stiffness is F0 divided by stiffness is F0 is equal to F2 minus F1 by y dash. So F2 minus F1 by y dash. This is from 11.7 B, page number 170. So F2 is 40 and F1 is 15. The value of y dash is 10. F0 is 1.5 Newton per mm. So this is the spring stiffness. So we have designed the spring as per the given procedure. Please copy this problem in your notes.